Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about Trust Wallet token, the ticker symbol's TWT. I just want to show you what I'm seeing in the charts at the moment. Some of you may have heard me from CoinMarketCap. I used to do my little daily insights over there. I used to put them up every now and then. I'll just show you this little post I did. This was last year, December 12th, and I essentially said that, TWT, it's coiling up for a big move. It was in a bearish rising wedge. And I said the odds favor a downside move. People were screaming at the top of their lungs, hey, we're going to go to $3. We're going to go to $3. And, I did get a bit of heat from it back then. But, hey, it is what it is. I was trying to let everyone know that, it's potentially topping out here because it was very, very overbought. When I was looking at it, this was before it broke down from that bearish rising wedge. It was around that $2.60 range. I entered in at $2.63. I closed out my entire position around $1.50. I think it was like $1.55, $1.60. Now, we'll flip back to the charts. You guys can pause this and read this if you guys want to, see what I had to write there. Now, I'll flip back to the charts here. So that was that bearish rising wedge back there that I said that was going to break down, and it did. It had that double top. And now this channel here, this is what you want to keep an eye on. So this is between $1.90 to $1.80, in between that little 10-cent range bracket. Now you can see once it broke down, it bounced off that 200-day moving average. It was just shy of touching it, but it bounced off around that 200-day moving average, and it pushed straight back up into that resistance box, right? Used to previously act as support, now it's flipped into resistance. And as you can see, it's pulled back from that level, and then it was getting squeezed. It just kept bouncing and fluctuating between the 50-day moving average and that 200-day moving average. And just last week, it's currently just broke down below. As you can see, it's been trying to fight. The bulls and the bears have been trying to fight to try and regain that level, and it's been failing to get above that $1.40 level. And now you can really start seeing it fall away here. So short term, I'm bearish. I think it's going down to $1.20. Now, if we flip over to the weekly, I'll show you why. So if you have a look here, you can see that this was previously resistance, and then it's currently nestled right at that 50-day moving average on the weekly. So I'm expecting it's going to take out these lows here around $1.25, and I do expect it to hit that $1.20 level. Now, I will just say, I do think there will be a little technical bounce there. I'm only thinking maybe a week, maybe two, I'm not sure. I wouldn't hold it for a long-term swing trade. That's not the level I'd be, doing a, fairly large position size, long position. But down here, this is what I want you guys to check out. See these two long-term trend lines that I've put in? Now, one of these, this first one here that I'm showing you, this one here, this is all the weekly candle closes. So we haven't had a weekly candle close below this trend line. So what I'm expecting that it will have some kind of bounce off this $1.20 level. I do expect it will push through, right? And then I will be targeting these lower levels. So at the moment, that trend line sits at about 80 cents. And then if we were to wick through, because you can see it's had wicks down to these lower levels, that lower term trend line, that's sitting at about 65 cents at the moment. So I'm expecting it's going to go down to about 80 cents. If we wick through, watch that 65-cent level, and it will bring down your average long position. So once your orders do get filled, if we do get filled down at those two long-term support trend lines where I'm expecting it's going to go to, I'm not saying it's going to go there this week or anything, or tomorrow or anything like that, but I think it will slowly work its, it'll grind its way down to those long-term support lines. So once it does hit that 80-cent level or 65-cent level, somewhere between there, I'm expecting it's going to go straight back up into this $1.20 area. Now, this will be your first area where you take profit. So take 50% of your long position off at that level, and then you can be starting to target this higher level up here with the other 50% of the position. So that's in about $1.50. Because you can see once it started to hit that long-term support trend line, it rallied straight into it and then it acted as resistance. It did the same here. ran up from about February, and then it topped out here at that $1.50 area. So the first one, it pushed up from 30 cents to $1.50, and then from the lows here at about 50 cents all the way up to that $1.50 range. So I'm expecting the same thing's going to happen. I do think we're going to bounce off these two long-term support trend lines. So you want to be a buyer between these range. And then I do expect it's going to rally back up to the 50-day moving average up here. And that also that, you know, I do think it will bounce off here, but I do expect that it will lose, and then it will be, you know, going down to those lower levels. So that's what I see in the charts today, guys. If you guys want to rewatch the video, you know, just make sure you lock in those levels. You know, you can set an alert on your TradingView account, and just keep in mind that if we do get a break below those two long-term support trend lines, so I will be setting a stop at around 60 cents, because if it does fall below, expect it to be going a lot lower. You know, I'm talking, it's going to start targeting this little support. It's going to target that 50 cent range, and then if that fails, you're, you know, expecting around 30 cents. So do keep that in mind. Watch for that. You do not want to see a weekly candle close below these long-term support trend lines. That will be very bad. So do keep that in mind. But anyway, guys, make sure you smash that subscribe button. You know, hit that thumbs up button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. 𝗕𝗪𝗠𝗪𝗓 out. Peace.